Good morning, YouTube friends. It is the wee early hours of the morning, July the 3rd on Sunday, doing my ritual, sitting up so I can sleep today, so I can go to work tonight. So I will be working on both ends of the 4th. I will be working at midnight when it comes into the 4th, and then I will also be working at midnight when it goes out. So, for those of you who didn't quite catch that, I'm working Sunday and Monday. So pretty much all day. Well, not all day. I come home and sleep and go back. Yeah. Anyway. I want to start off with a question that I got in my email about my dog and his grooming. My puppy dog, Mr. Shadow over there. And his grooming. So you can see he's a fairly short-haired dog. I mean, he's got some longish hair, but it's not like he's fluffy. And so the question was, when you take him to get groomed, what do you do? I mean, what happens? So I take him to PetSmart here in Bangor, and they basically just give him a bath for me, cut his nails, brush his teeth. Sometimes around on his back haunches, he gets a little bit longer hair. Usually after the winter, like his first groom after the winter months. There we go. I'm not looking at myself in my glasses. The first groom after the winter, I will have him kind of just trim off a little around his back haunches and maybe take a little off his tail, but for the most part, he doesn't get cut. His hair is such that he doesn't need a haircut. But basically, he sheds like nobody's business. So, and I've tried every product on the market to keep him from shedding. So the only thing I found is a regular bath where they do like a, I forget what it's called, a furminator, where they get the extra hair. Because otherwise, like when we were living in Missouri and I had hardwood floors, well, not really hardwood, they were laminate, but I could sweep every day and get a dustpan full of hair off him. As you saw in one of my earlier videos, if you've been following me for a while, lots of dog glitter, even though we just got him groomed in my front seat the day, it would have been yesterday with the seashells. You can see still lots and lots of shedding. But that's nothing compared to what it used to be. I mean, yeah, that dog has a lot of hair. So, I mean, the furminator does help. And we take him about every 6 weeks or so. So that is the answer to that question. Just basically a wash and nails and teeth. And then sometimes we get a nice little bandana or toy. I don't know about other PetSmarts, but I highly recommend the one here in Bangor. They do a great, sorry about that. They do a great job with my dog, and he's always nervous when we get there, but by the time I come back, he's chill and he loves the girls there. So yeah, and that's only been our second visit here. So while I am making this video, I show you what I am currently working on. I'm working on a couple things. Trying to get this baby Afghan done, but the thing I am most tickled about, I went to Michael's the other day and found some yarn on sale. I don't have any labels. It's a Lion brand landscapes, I believe. And I will have to get back with you on the colorway because I don't know what it is. But this hat is all done. It's done from top to bottom instead of around like normal. And it's called a Vertigo Hat. So it's like you start out with the band and the stripes go up and back around. This is what the ball of yarn looks like. It was a 3.5 ounce ball and it's 100% acrylic. I believe it's Desert something. Got it on sale for $3 a skein, so needless to say I bought a lot of it. different colors. It's very nice, very squishy, and it's very, I don't know, I love the way this hat lays. So I may have to keep one of these hats for myself, because I'm definitely going to make more, because it's so super easy. I started this Friday. Yes, Friday. I started this when I bought the yarn. And it's one of those hats that if you're afraid of circular needles, it's knitted flat. So I'll have to try to remember to link the pattern for you guys, because it's like super simple. It's only knit. You have to do some increasing here, and then you do like short rows here, but otherwise it is super fantastic, super easy. If you keep stitch markers and use your stitch markers, you don't even have to think about it. You just it's just super easy to knit. The other thing I am currently working on, the baby Afghan that I've had to frog. The baby Afghan. So I don't know if I've ever really shown this on YouTube. I'm trying to get it straightened out for you guys. It's a ripple. And so I'm on the opposite end of this piece right here, and I'm right here finishing this strip, so I have approximately from here to here left. So I'd say 9, 18, 18 and 10, so 28 more rows. I could probably get it done tonight if I would just put something on and binge watch, and just do it, because this is another mindless pattern that, I don't even really have to think about it. So a finished object, I don't know if I told you that I finished the octopus. He is finished him last night. So these things are quite amazing, really. They are making them for NICUs, and what it is the babies find this soothing right here, this little the tentacles, because it is reminiscent of when they were in the womb, and it's the umbilical cord. It feels like the umbilical cord, and it's soothing to babies. I have not actually had anyone tell me I've made lots of these things, and nobody's ever told me that their baby was particularly soothed by it, but I just like to make them because they're cute. I will try to link that pattern in the video in the description box down below if I remember. I'm going to try this video format like I did last week, where I film a little bit every day and just put it all together at the end of the week. I feel like that way you guys get a little bit more of the daily life that's going on. So as far as work, started out this video by saying I have to work the 3rd and the 4th. So this week's schedule is a little bit crazy. I work Sunday, Monday, off Tuesday, work Wednesday, and then I'm off for the rest of the week. I think I'm off for like 4 days. Thursday, Friday, I don't know. Anyway, at least 3 days. And so I got my new schedule for the month of July and the first week of August. I will be doing a lot of charge nurse shifts. I try not to talk about the politics of my job, but the plain and simple fact is, I'm trying to get my blanket adjusted, and I'm doing this on my phone. The plain and simple truth of the matter, and not just my hospital, but everywhere, people are leaving. People are leaving in droves, and, hospitals can't sustain travelers. Well, duh, travelers are expensive. I will say I had to take another pay cut to stay here. I mean, the money is nice. Yes, I am trying to put my daughter through college. And if any of you are independently wealthy and would like to help me with that, great. You can send money my way. I'm making it. We're making it here. My husband and I are making it work. Sacrifices had to be made to stay here. So This is the second pay cut I've had since I've been here, but still, on a whole, I believe I am making still more yet per hour than normal hospital staff. And my stance on it is, okay, yes, I left my home. I am maintaining my home back there. I still have to make a house payment at home. And I'm renting a place here. So yes, pay me my stipends. Pay me to live here. But then pay me what your average hospital person is for my experience. You know, if, okay, for instance, I don't have any idea what they pay their hospital workers here. We don't ask, we don't tell. But say, for example, a nurse with 23 years experience makes $50 an hour. Okay, pay me $50 an hour plus my stipends. Or if a nurse with 23 years experience only makes $23 an hour, which is crazy because they shouldn't be making that low. But, you know, if that's what the hospital, if that's what the local people make, then by all means, pay me that. You know? Yes, there is more expense added in, I'm sure. Because somebody has to pay my recruiter's wages, so on and so forth. You know, I know that I know everything the hospital, they have to pay more than what they're actually paying me. But what I'm saying is, pay me what you pay everybody else. So it's a fair wage. So there's not this animosity of, oh my God, you guys make so much more than us. And I mean, there's a lot of strife in certain places, not so much here, not in any of the hospitals I have worked, but some travelers tell me horror stories of how the people just don't like them, that they are treated poorly because of the fact that we make more. Well, I mean, of course I'm going to make more because I've got stipends every week. But I think my salary is getting down there to where I'm maybe even or just a tad bit more than the local staff. So, but not much more. Jeez, if they cut my pay again, golly. I don't know. But, I mean, of course hospitals can't sustain that. That's crazy. And especially when I first came in my group of travelers, there were 30 of us. And 10 of us, I believe, 9 or 10 of us, went to the floor that I'm currently working on. The majority of them worked 13 weeks. So a lot of them cut out when our pay got cut the first time. But for those of us who stayed, our contract would have ended yesterday, the 2nd, our first contract. Mine got extended because I agreed to a pay cut. It's just, I don't know. So now all of those travelers are gone. But I mean, it's just the whole shift since I've been there. It was a traveler heavy facility. Everywhere you looked, everyone was a traveler. There was some core staff. Now there's even less core staff on my floor because of all the changes. But and then to kind of recap, I was supposed to be a preceptor one floor up for this contract. It got canceled because there wasn't enough new grads coming in for me to be a preceptor, which is kind of scary because there's nobody precepting the new grads, and there was 4 of us that were supposed to be doing that, so all 4 of us got our contracts cut. So now I am just basically, I just did a simple extension on my contract, and due to the lack of charge nurses on my shift, I'm now a charge nurse. I mean, that's sad. I'm like holding the most seniority pretty much. There's only a couple other people who have been there longer than me that are also travelers, but they're a whole different category of travelers. They have to sign long-term contracts. But besides those two travelers on night shift, I am the one with the most seniority, and I've only been there since April. So, I mean, I was asked if I wanted to be a charge nurse. I said, give me some training. And so that has occurred. I've been trained. Not that I feel very confident in my abilities as far as holding up. Now, being able to lead other nurses, sure. Being able to be a charge nurse in the sense of being in charge, sure. Being, trying to figure out all of the hospital stuff that they want me to do as far as the management type stuff. There's like numbers and meetings and things that I would have to do. I'm not really sure on yet. I'm sure if I screw it up enough, they'll let me know and they'll tell me how to do it right. This is what happens when you're a traveler. You get 1 day orientation at whatever you do. So when I came in, I got 1 day orientation on the floor. I've gotten 1 day orientation as a charge nurse. So yeah, after about the 10th of July, or something like that, after the week of the 10th, I think I'm pretty much going to be a charge nurse every night. Yeah, so I think toward the end of July, my schedule is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and someone else, they've pulled a lady from the day shift to be a charge nurse. So she's been a charge nurse on the day shift. She's just never done it at night. So we'll kind of be a team. And then there's still that 1 day a week where I'm not really sure what they're going to do. Who's going to be charge? No word. So, that is kind of where we're at with crafting and work. And that's quite a lot for this week. So I think I will end this one here, and I will probably not catch you again until Tuesday. Because it's really hard. When I work 12-hour shifts, I pretty much just come home and go to bed. And then I get up and time to go to work. I like my sleep. Now my days off, I sleep crazy. But the days that I work, I do make sure I get enough sleep. So I will check you later, guys. Hey there, YouTube friends. It is Wednesday morning. Yes, Wednesday morning. I haven't filmed anything since Sunday morning. I did finish the baby blanket. Turned out quite awesomely. I learned a new technique in the whole process because it was getting quite too long for what I wanted. So I learned how to undo the bottom part of my work without unraveling the whole thing, which is quite awesome. So yeah, that baby blanket, and see the little octopus over there? Yep, they're getting ready to go to their happy new forever home tomorrow. They are well, today actually, at 8 o'clock. My husband will be taking them to work with him for a sweet new, brand new baby boy born in April or the 1st of May. I don't know when the kid's birthday is. I don't know. I was in charge of making the blanket. So, point in fact, the baby is still very new. But other than that, let's see. I've made a couple of videos already this morning, and they will be published long before this comes out. The Yarn of War's monthly theme is now out. We are doing the beachy theme. Yay, I love the beach. I'm sorry, that just kind of took me over there. But yes, I have discovered a new thing. I did not know there was such a thing as sea glass. So now when I go to the beach, I'll be looking for sea glass as well. As well as shells and stuff. So, let's see. Work is just nuts like always. I spent the weekend locked up in quarantine with in the quarantine unit. Well, it's not. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. I was in quarantine with folks all weekend, so I was glad that the heat was not that bad. I was Yeah, because, okay, so let's put in perspective. If I was in Missouri right now, the temperature is astronomically high with astronomically high humidity. In the same situation, which I worked in a COVID unit in Arkansas, not far from my home, and it was miserable. So this is the same difference, except these people have only come in contact with someone. They are not actively symptomatic. So I had 6 patients that I just had to wear full PPE to protect me and them while we wait to figure out whether or not they have COVID. So to get back to my original story, when you wear full PPE, that means you have eyewear, N95 in your gown. Some places make you wear a head covering. This place is not quite that strict, although you can wear head covering if you want to. I mostly just wear my own cloth cap for a head covering. I don't wear a disposable one. I am really trying to be conscientious about the PPE usage because, it's crazy. All of the supplies we have to go through when someone's in quarantine. Lots of gloves, lots of gowns. At least, we can keep the N95 for the entire shift unless it gets wet, which I end up usually changing mine once or twice just because of the sweat factor. And it does get hot and sweaty. Now, there was a little bit of reprieve. When I first went in, on my first shift, we had the blue plastic ones, and those things are awful. I mean, it's better than nothing, don't get me wrong, but, if it means keeping everyone safe, I'll wear them. But they're plastic, so they hold the heat in, and you sweat 1,000 times worse. And imagine not wearing that for 12 hours because you don't take it off unless you leave the unit for whatever reason. So, but we found some yellow ones which are more breathable and you don't sweat nearly as bad. The only part of me that truly really sweats horribly in all of that is this right here with the N95. I'm surprised I'm not all broke out because the N95s really take their toll on my face. Because it's just, I don't know if I'm just, It's not all necessarily sweat. Some of it, whether you realize it or not, you release moisture when you breathe. I mean, that's part of the respiration process. And, it has to do with the hydrogen and the oxygen and all of that, and it makes liquid and... Yeah. So anyway, some of it's sweat, some of it's just respiration fluid. And you don't realize it until you wear the mask that you are, you do get a runny nose. And so anyway, I forgot where I was going with all this. But anyway, that was my last 2 days at work. I was off Tuesday, which couldn't go to sleep. So I ended up not getting to sleep until about noon, which would be midnight for most of y'all folks. And so then subsequently I didn't get up until about 11 o'clock midnight. I mean, I got woke up at 6 by my dog and moved out to the couch and went back to sleep. So yeah, so I mean, even though it's like 1:36 a.m., it's like 1:36 p.m. to me. I just shift my entire life around 12 hours. And, sometimes you think, oh God, I slept all day. And then you think, no, I only slept 12 hours. So, and I imagine a lot of that was the heat. I had to cool off before I could go to sleep. And then, when I slept, it was just like being outside for 12 hours, in the heat and the humidity and the sweat, all of that. So anyway, enough about that. Mentioned that I finished the baby blanket, been working on my hat. I picked up a new project. I am working, well, kind of not with, but I'm making a project for my cousin, Neva, at Manic Mama Musings. She is doing a celebration of life and love because her mom was born this month. And numerous other people. If you want to see my video on that and her video, it's out there. It's just a lot of fabulous people born in July, myself included. I'm not going to let y'all forget that. So my new thing is I want 45 subscribers, at least 45, for my 45th birthday. So that's not a far cry, really. I was at 33 the last time I looked, but I've gotten a couple since then. So I might be up to like 36. So really all we got to do is 9 more. Hit up your friends, 9 more subscribers to get me up to 45 for my 45th birthday. I don't care. Do I look like I'm 45? See, no wrinkles, a little bit of gray, but not bad for 45. I don't look 45. I don't look like I have a 25-year-old son. But I promise I was 19 when I had him. Well, he's not 25 yet. He'll be 20. Oh, will I be 46 this year? No, I'm 45. Hell, we can't be both the same. No, that's not right. I have to do some math. He was born in 96. I was born in 77. There you go. That's going to puzzle me. He can't be 25 this year. He can only be 24. If I'm 45, he's 24. That sounds right. But that can't be right because Jacob will be 20. Okay, it doesn't matter. Does not matter in the least. I have a 20-something-year-old son and another 20-something-year-old son and a 20-year-old daughter. I remember that she is 20. She was born in 02, and this is 22, so she is 20. So from there, I should be able to remember how old my kids are. But I can't. Oh, dear. It has happened. I've forgotten how old I am and my children. So, let's see. Working on the owl coasters for Neva's thing. Red, white, and blue owl coasters. Because her mom was born on the 4th of July. Then I'm working on a hat. It's going rather well. That was that Vertigo hat. I think I showed it on the Sunday clip. Is that really all the projects I have? No, I'm sure I've got other stuff down in there, but those are the active ones. I do have a peppermint twist Afghan I need to pick back up and finish for Steve. Got to get it finished. So, and that's about it. I really haven't done much this week except work and sleep. I worked Sunday, Monday, off Tuesday, and now here we are at Wednesday. I work again tonight, and then I'm off for 4 days, so maybe I will get something done. My husband and I are off for 2 days together this week, so maybe we'll go on an adventure nearby. Maybe we'll go back to the city forest again or something. But we have, we got to run errands one day, and then the other day we might do something fun like explore, go to the beach. Yeah. I was brave enough to go to the beach by myself last Saturday, but I really don't like making that drive by myself. I mean, I do, but it makes me nervous, which, it's all good. I can do it. I just need to make sure I'm well rested. The only reason I didn't go today is because I had worked all night, and I didn't want to fall asleep driving. But that's about the only unfair thing about working nights is when you really want to do something. And I think that's why I had a hard time too going to sleep, is because I wanted to do something because the weather was so beautiful. I love the weather here. I cannot say that enough. That now, that might be different come October. I might be done with the weather here. But for now, it's just absolutely wonderful. At nighttime, it gets down in the 50s, and it gets like in the 80s, 70s, 80s during the day. Rarely ever hits 90. I think it's only hit 90 twice since I've been here, and the Mainers tell me that this is unusual weather to have 90-degree weather as early as we did. But it's few and far between days, and it's really not that humid here. You would think, but there's always a breeze, so it doesn't feel humid, even though we live right on the water. So, anyway, I think I'm going to end this here now because I feel like I'm rambling a bit and I might be repeating myself, so maybe this several videos in a week might not be a good idea. Don't know, I will have to revisit the idea. But anyway, so Until I catch you again, probably Thursday. Be safe, and I will see you later. Hey there, YouTube friends. Here we are again. 4:30 in the morning, staying up all night so I can go to work tonight. This is when I always seem to make my best videos. I've had 4 days off, and I have been incredibly lazy. I should have gotten 4 videos done, but I've been resting and crocheting and knitting and crafting. The only thing I've done with my phone is binge watch Netflix and Disney Plus while I craft, and YouTube. I've been binge watching YouTube, trying to keep up with all of the subscriptions that I have, which, by the way, update, I now have 39 subscribers last time I checked. So still got a week to go. My birthday is next Sunday, so if I could just get a couple more. Let's see, I need 6 more before next Sunday. So I'm going to start off with finished items this week. I've been really busy this week. So the first one is this dream catcher. I got the idea from when I went to visit my daughter in Salem. There was some dream catchers hanging in the window of a shop. And so basically I thought, I can do that. And I did. So my husband helped me with the placement and the numbers and all of that. He is 1/4 Native American, and well, yeah, because his grandfather's full-blooded, so mom half-blood, and yeah, he's 1/4. So he used to go to the reservation and sit with his grandfather and watch him make dream catchers. So, yeah, he kind of helped me with some of that to make it a little bit more traditional, even though he was like, okay, so he's amazed by the crochet in the middle, but he's like, oh, it's not a dream catcher. I was like, you have your traditions and I have mine. I have crocheted and knitted dreams, so whatever. Anyway, turned out beautifully, and I'm happy with it. So I have a couple more in the works. I'll show those in a few minutes, or at least one of them. I've got the pattern for another one, but I need to get some materials before I can start it. Next finished object. Remember the Vertigo Hat? I think was at the beginning of this video. I had just started it, and now it is finished. It took me a little over a week, and that was not total work on it all the time. That was just pick it up in between when I needed something easy to work on. So it turned out rather nice, and it was easy, and I liked doing it, so I am making more of them. So I have my first official hat for the Hats for the Homeless for my hat drive for Bangor this fall. So excited. It only took me a month and a half to get one done. I did finish the baby Afghan, and I'll talk about it in a minute. I will have to put a picture in at some point, maybe after this video. Because I did not make a video before I sent it off. I just took a picture. So anyway, next finished object. It is a coaster. It is a little owl 4th of July coaster. Super easy. I just did it in my spare time in between other things. That one is for celebrating life and love with my cousin. Since my birthday is this month, and her mom's birthday was this month, I'm choosing to celebrate her mom's birthday by making a 4th of July coaster set. Because my mom loved owls, and I mean, they both loved hummingbirds, but I couldn't do a hummingbird. So red, white, and blue was a favorite color scheme of my mom and her mom alike, since my aunt was born on 4th of July. Anyway, talk about that somewhere else. I feel like I repeat myself sometimes, but I don't know who watches which videos. So, I got the octopus done, the blanket done. I've shown them somewhere in some of these videos that I'm going to put together. So, with the baby Afghan and the octopus, which turned into a jellyfish because he ended up with 9 tentacles instead of 8. Don't know how that happened. I got a report back that that baby just absolutely loves the jellyfish. So, and when he's fussy, they wrap him in the blanket, they swaddle him in the blanket that I made, and he calms right down. So there's something to be said about homemade Afghans. The texture, the love, I don't know. But I just laughed and I told my husband, I said, these hands have magic. So I think it was all the good intentions and well wishes I put into it, but that's just me and what I choose to think. So, yeah. Anyway, I was super tickled to know that that was his favorite blanket. And it helps him to calm. So, objects that I'm working on this week. The peppermint twist that never ends. I have to get this thing done. We are doing Christmas in July here. I'm going to get this thing done. You see it is in various stages of being done. I've got finished blocks. I've got a partial block, and there's the Afghan underneath. I've got to get it done. That is the only remaining project I have left that I brought with me from Missouri that is going to be made with Missouri yarn. Everything else that I'm producing from here forward, well, and some of the projects I've made before now, are all made with Maine yarn, or thread, or fabric, or fiber. So just gotta get it done. I gotta make myself get it done. I don't really have a sunburn, I promise. Just my camera is making me look like I have a sunburn. Moving on to the next object that I am working on. Another dream catcher. This one, since I have figured out how to drill holes in my shells without breaking them, I'm going to do a dream catcher with shells instead of beads. And this is what I have so far. It is a doily pattern, but I'm going to put it in a ring. So I thought it was very appropriate. Sorry, I'm using my lap instead of I'm using my lap. So next I have another hat that I've started. I don't know if this one will be appropriate for the hats for the homeless, because there are some guidelines. If you are doing that with me, there are guidelines that say not to have big holes in your hat, because we're looking for warmth here, not style. And so this hat, I don't know, after I started making it, it's got some holes in it. I don't know. I may just see if they will take it, and if not, well, I'll keep it for myself. So it's kind of hard to see against the background of my blanket, but it's just a free pattern. This is where the holes come in right here. So I can like stick my pinky all the way through that hole. And it's like, I don't know, maybe not, maybe it'll be all right. But anyway. So let's see, what else do I got going on over there? I think that's it. I think that's all the projects I have right now. Just a doily, a hat, and the Afghan that I'm actively working on. I mean, I got other stuff stashed away. Who doesn't have like 14 million projects stashed away somewhere? But these are the ones I'm actively working on. Plus, I'm still working on the coaster set, which I've shown you one finished one. So as far as doing anything, we haven't really done anything this week. Trying to get time off together is crazy. We did go to the beach and I picked up some shells. Would have been Thursday, but it's just the same beach that I've already shown you pictures of. I've got a few more shells the other day when I was there, but the shells are kind of slim pickings right now. I don't know if I'm just going at the wrong time, but then the next day we just stayed home and relaxed, and I ran out to Walmart. And ever since I lived here, I've never turned left out of my driveway. I've always turned right because everything is to the right. Sorry, my nose is itching. Well, on Friday, I turned left to go to Walmart. Instead of right, because my Google Maps says, hey, you can go this way. I found out that there is a totally awesome little gas station, little convenience store called Tradewinds, like a mile down the road, mile and a half down the road from here. And we've been driving, like, not clear across town, but 2 or 3 miles to the nearest gas station when we had one, like, right down the road. And it's more convenient because there's less traffic. And the one that we go to up on Hogan Road is like there's a stoplight and everybody goes there and it's busy. But the other one, the other way, there's no traffic. And it's cheaper. The gas is cheaper there. But it is outside the city limits of Bangor. So it's a different little city. It's called Vizzy, I believe. Vizzy? I'm not sure. And so beyond that is the little town of Orono, which we didn't. I mean, we just kind of drove just a little bit past Vizzy to see what was on the other side. You know, like the chicken that crossed the road. We just went driving. But I mean, it wasn't really anything big to talk about. It was just like a 5-minute drive in the other direction. But really, that's been about it. So this week, I don't foresee us doing any traveling or getting out or whatever, because I work Monday and I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. And I work Thursday and Friday and off Saturday. So, well, the way my husband's schedule is, he's working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and half a Wednesday. So he'll have Thursday and Friday off when I have to work. I don't know if I like this. I mean, I know we need the money and all of that, but anyway, it's not his fault. He's trying to get some kind of regular schedule, and I can't seem to manage a regular schedule with my job. But I knew that going into it because travel nurses never have regular schedules. We just don't. So, I mean, this week it'll probably be more of the same, just crafting and getting stuff done. And then Sunday is my birthday, so I might pop in. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. I'm off my birthday, so I might do something. Even if my hubby's not off, I may find myself a beach to go to and just chill out by myself. Although I don't like to go new places by myself. But I mean, that's kind of part of, I don't know if it's part of the PTSD, the anxiety, what it is, but I just don't like to go new places unless I have my husband with me. So now other places, like going to the beach by myself that I've already been there, I know what to expect and I'm okay with it. But I guess it might be part of the PTSD because I need to have some kind of a safety net. I don't know. But anyway, enough about that. So I'm going to end this video now and put things together. I apologize. I don't know what all I'm putting in here at this point, but I'm thinking there might be some pictures. I think I have a sunrise that I'm going to put in here, and a picture of the baby blanket. I'm going to try to remember all the links that I promised I was going to put in here. So have a great week, and I will try to catch up with you again soon. Like, soon.